he's talking to somebody else. Oh, okay. I'm like, what? I don't think I signed anything.
I had requested some information from a carrier, and they had sent me an email, but I didn't know that they were going to follow up with further emails to give me more information.
Oh, being so very professional. That's what you're saying. They was being very professional. And we appreciate professionalism.
We do. As customer service is a thing that's lacking these days.
You ain't never told no story. It's hard to find good customer service. Matter of fact, when you find it, you be so shocked. You be like, oh my goodness. Well, you know what? That's because we glorify bad behavior. So since it's not all of us, not all of us, but I'm just saying bad behavior is so glorified. I think that people, instead of doing the nice thing, the courteous thing, we worried about who gonna get the next world star view. Yeah. So they acting crazy, call center, what? How can I help you? What do y'all want? That stuff become funny. You know what I mean? Versus actually giving great customer service.
Give you less and charge you more.
Baby, when I tell you, now you don't even got a real person. That's the thing to me. I don't get why I'm getting all these fees when it's not even nobody answering the phone on your end, okay? It's a whole automated service. I didn't even know some business don't even have customer call centers. Like, they have customer call centers, but it's all like AI. Yeah, like robots or something.
Yeah.
Like, I want to talk to a real person. And that may be really old school, right? But it's something about talking to a person is just better than talking to, because they can understand what's going on.
Right.
What's real quick.
Something is an exception, because the things that I find with the automated stuff, if there's something that you have request as an exception, they're only limited in what they've been programmed, so they don't know.
Exactly. It's 100%.
So that's some of the issues that I have when I have to call somebody. And they'll be like, press 1 if you need this. Press 2
but
if
you
you
might
need
need
this. I don't need any of those options that you just gave me.
Especially when you try to bypass the system and then they take you all the way back. Okay, why? Because they didn't understand what you had going on.
Yeah.
You guys, sometimes, we get bulbs when we are down cycling, or sometimes we have premature hair follicles that shed. Mm-hmm. So what this caused, I was talking to the audience, okay? You was getting very interactive right down there. You was like, mm-hmm. Yeah, I was talking to the camera, but it's okay. I got you. I'm talking to you too. But I was just saying the reasons of why, a reason or how you can get rid of it. Okay, you guys. So a way to get rid of the white bulbs that you may see from down cycling is to either dye it, okay, or you could try the gradual color. So you can either do either one, but at the end of the day, you will be having to dye to get rid of some of that, okay? And it's best to go darker than lighter because it's easier for coverage, and that goes for your grays as well. And I'm going to say, go into a practitioner. Don't try to do these colors at home. Because my thing is, when we do colors at home, you may not know about double processing. You may not know how to do the correct application. And what I find is that some people wind up, like, let's say, going lighter. And they bleach their hair, and they can't figure out why it's coming out. It's because you don't put bleach in the, 5,000 times instead of actually just doing the actual new growth, okay? So, our touch-up application. So, y'all, make sure you do yourself a good due diligence and go find somebody who is good in color and who specializes in it. And then, you go to a colorist to do your thing. Don't try to do it on your own. So I do want to tell y'all though, if y'all are gonna color from home, I might as well give you guys some little tips or whatever, some things to apply. So if you're coloring from home and you already lighten your hair, do not relighten the hair if you are needing just to do the new growth. It's gonna be the same thing as applying a color and doing the touch-up application. If you've already bleached your ends, there's no need to re-bleach your ends. What you're gonna want to do is find you a nice color, okay? Just find you a nice color that you can just apply. So meaning you don't need to do a semi-permanent. Only thing you need to do is just get you a nice deep color rinse, okay? And they have some nice different brands out there that you can apply. And you could just throw that on there to the already lightened portion. No need to go back to the store and get a permanent color and redo the same exact process. And most of the time when you do get that color in, you guys, that color will fade. So it is a maintenance that's required. So if you done started off with red burgundy, eventually you're just going to have that brown in there, okay? The lifted portion of the hair. So if you want to redo that color, instead of you re-bleaching it, only thing you need to do is reapply just a color base to that portion that you already have lightened. And then if you need to do a touch-up only on the roots, okay? Then apply the color. I'm trying to help you out now because that's how a lot of people wind up with all that breakage. Also, too, as well, be mindful that if you're going to start with a gradual color, you need to continue on a gradual color. This is all of those hennas, and those are your dyes without any type of ammonia. Now, if you go ahead and get you an ammonia base or something to where you're doing a chemical process, do not try to go get henna because your hair will fall out. It's a possibility. Your locks will come out right in the sink. So be mindful of that. So make sure once you pick a side, baby, you got to stay there. The next thing that I'm going to advise to as well is if you go dark, it is really hard, if ever, to go light. So be mindful before you put your black color in if you want to start playing with your reds, your pinks, or your purples. Because it's going to be really hard to get that color out. And most of the time, that requires a bleaching process, okay? A bleaching process. That's how they try to get it out. Or some people use a color remover, but you still having to oxidize that hair, which means is you still either developing or using a developer or something to shrink those molecules so that they can be small enough to alleviate or leave out your hair strand. So again, that is just a lot of damage. So just, again, try to be mindful, you guys. So before you get started with a color, make sure that you take all of those things into consideration before just moving forward with you a chemical process. And y'all make sure y'all take y'all loctician or y'all colorist a couple different colors so that they can get an actual idea of what it is you're really trying to achieve, okay? The worst thing is to come in and you don't really have a clear understanding of what color you're trying to achieve, and then you walk away with the wrong color. And the goals. So that people can concentrate on a certain area if need be, or if you have any difficult areas, those things are important to keep track of. But again, I say just find you a colorist, because even if you just go for your color appointment, once every 3 to 6 months, or some people go every 6 weeks, depending on which type of color you have and whether you're going to be allowing those roots to grow out. You just need to be mindful of a nice, you need to be mindful of everything. So basically a consultation to explain what the regimen is, like meaning what type of hair care do you need to proceed doing at home or continue doing at home to take care of your color treated hair. I would also say if you're gonna be doing any changes in the future or the reasons of you doing this color service, just so they can tell you, okay, like if it's gray hairs, they typically gonna grow back every 6 to 8 weeks, so you need to come back in for a color service, so that you can already have your schedule, down pat of what you gonna need, and some people may only do a one hitter. So meaning they may do a black color to cover up those bulbs or, just to get a certain color and they're okay with their hair growing out. So just make sure that you speak with your stylist so that you can be comfortable with that aspect. Now, if you're a person that don't really get too much color and you just probably just dying over some grays, then that's pretty much good to go. You're pretty much good to go until you feel otherwise, okay? Like meaning if it wasn't something that you normally kind of kept up with doing or crazy with the colors, you just want a little something. that's okay too. Like meaning those things won't have to be on a general schedule that you'll have to come back every few weeks to maintain. All right, you guys. I just wanted to make sure that I came on. We've been on about 10 minutes. I'm gonna give it about 2 minutes. I did upload some new content today, so definitely take your time to go look at some of the videos. It was some styles, so you can go look at those style videos. I do believe I uploaded something about braiding and banding so that some people can have a better visual of what braiding and banding look like. And for my people who still are braiding and banding, even if you're doing a color service, you still need to have your hair braided and banded, but you better work those fingers and really work it in. Oh, thanks as always. Yes, Miss Mayday 12. We appreciate it. I think that was the whole name, boo. But no problem at all. I try to give out as much information as possible because I do feel like knowledge is power. Okay? And you're gonna be messing up, okay? That's called life. So we mess up with this hair journey, but why we can't learn from one another, okay? Instead of us all making the same mistake. Oh yeah, and for color services, it's best to move through, especially with locks and sections, okay? Because you just want to make sure that you're doing a great application with how you're coating it. And then most of the time, you always kind of is saturated, so I like to pull it down. So I like to start with the roots first for darker colors too as well. And because her problem area was more on the root base, I wanted to make sure that we did as much coverage in that area as possible, and then pulling it out and then allowing it to set and process, and then we will move from there. Now we have Miss Prisha. She do amazing colors. Now that's when you finna get into them different type of customization colors. Like that's the colorist here. So if you're thinking about ever getting a color service, we do have Miss Prisha available. And she does phenomenal work, and she definitely can give you them high vibrant colors. Your girl over here, I'm just good for black, brown, and red. Okay, those my specialty colors. After that, we have to refer off. Okay, and when we get into the reds, at this point, because we have Miss Prisha, I don't even bother. I just be like, let me get you her number. Now black, that's the one too. We skip line that. Okay. Because most of the time when you get color, you really want to do something. Well, most of the time for my vibrant people, they be wanting to do like them, unicorn colors. They want that bright, bright, bright red. Like they want to show out. Like my sister honestly told me I need to dye my hair. She said I need to go, she said green. Now, I'm not sure if that's really my color because I'm all black right now too as well, because black is in. You know what I feel like? Black gives you a more sophisticated type of professional type of look. Yes, it gives you coverage over your grays. I mean, of course. Of course. But also, I feel like it gives you like a really clean, sophisticated type of look. Because think about it. In a lot of the fields with like professional people, a lot of people like to wear black. Because black is just a soothing color. It's very forgiving. It ain't soothing, but it's very forgiving. Let me say that. It's very forgiving. It covers up well. It looks professional. It gives you a sleek and more put together type of look. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I always have issues with thinning here and there. And so think about it. That fiber spray is mostly in that black color. Like that's the popular color. They got browns and stuff, but black is what it is. Because it's going to give you even more coverage with less. Like you don't got to do so much maintenance work. Like with them reds and stuff, you're going to have to continue on with touch-ups. With this, it's kind of like, you can rock it until it's really like showing, and then you go again. Now, some people with them grays, that's just disrespect, because we know some grays can be disrespectful. Now, those folk may have to come in because it'd be like a clear line the way they put it in at. But if I could give my honest opinion, I don't know if I would be coloring that much. Cause the ones that went just come in white, oh my lord, y'all, I don't. These people will color, and 2 weeks later you'll see some more gray. It's just disrespectful. And that gray though is pretty, and it's starting to come in because a lot of people starting to wear that gray, especially like the more younger crowd. I don't know. I think I'm more of like a 90s type of baby, that jet black, Janet Jackson, poetic justice type of look. Long plaits. Like, I don't know. And I'm going to say this now because I don't want nobody to be mad with me. But I'm still thinking about doing a really long, bone straight bust down. My son wanted me to do it, and I kept telling him, no, I could never. But then I was like, the other day, I was like, oh, I just want to try that one time for my baby. But then I'm going to tell you the truth. I was browsing through my photos. You know how y'all do. The gallery pop up and you see all your old photos. And, baby, I had this all-natural blonde cut. Low. Baby, when I said I was eating them up, I was like, ooh. I was looking so pretty. I want to go back. So, y'all might see me blonde first with a short natural. And then I made for one day just throw on a little bust down. So, my son could say he seen me in something, other than my natural state and look. All right, you guys, y'all, thank y'all for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and pull this part through. We're going to go ahead and put her on the cap, and then she's going to be under the dryer. I'm going to go around and redo her edges one more time, and then it is dryer time. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Check out Be Natural Locs products, and we thank you.